Frontier is a kind of festival within a festival. It's designed to sort of resonate with the fully immersive environment of the media landscape today. It's a showcase of cinematic works that come from film worlds, the art world, and new media.
So this piece is called Spin, and what I'm doing here is I'm using 100 DVDs that are all found, like on sidewalks and junkyards and yard sales. They're pretty random. I don't try to select them by quality or anything like that. And I project on them this overload of movies that we've seen through our lives. What I'm projecting on them gets reflected back on the opposite wall.
The theme of After Ghost Catching is the pursuit of the spirit of the dancer and the self of the dancer, almost trying to defy capture by the lens. And in this piece we can push the 3D illusion further than standard cinema. You feel as if you are both looking at what you're seeing and touching it with your eye. And so you have this feeling of seeing drawings and moving in space in front of you, and then you realize that the drawings are all propelled by the motions of this extraordinary dancer. I think the goal of our artwork is to haunt the viewer afterwards.
The piece is a sandpit with digital bugs projected back on it. You can interact with those bugs by adjusting and playing with the sandpit. The technology behind it is what's called a point grey stereo camera, which creates a three-dimensional map of the surface of the sandpit and allows the bugs to know what height they're at. It changes people's expectations and dynamic. It frees them up because it's the first time they get in a gallery setting to be told, you can play, you can play. It is okay to touch this work and to interact with this work.
Sundance is a discovery festival. Our approach was to kind of create a sort of house of delights where every corner can actually turn into something of a discovery.
The reason I think New Frontiers is important is because I think it represents a glimpse of the future. Because we've had technology in the last few years sort of taking over the industry and confusing a lot of people. And I think it frightens a lot of people. But it's here to stay, and so how is art and technology going to come together? And the New Frontier gives you a good example of that. It's very experimental, which I always love. Other people do too. And it's so imaginative and creative, and it goes out of the box in terms of imagination. I just think it's wonderful.